Once upon a time, there was a man named James. James was a very good-looking guy, with a chiseled jawline, sparkling blue eyes, and a winning smile. Everywhere he went, people would stop and stare, and it wasn't long before James began to believe that he was as good on the inside as he was on the outside. James started to notice that people were treating him differently than they had before. Strangers were more likely to strike up conversations with him. Bosses were more likely to give him promotions, and even his friends seemed to admire him more than they had before. James began to feel like he had a kind of magical aura around him, like a halo. He had become a victim of the halo effect. The halo effect is a psychological phenomenon where we tend to assume that people who are physically attractive, successful, or talented are also good people. We assume that their good looks or success are a reflection of their inner goodness, and we treat them accordingly. In other words, we let their halo glow so brightly that we don't see their flaws. For James, this meant that people were giving him the benefit of the doubt, assuming that he was smarter, more capable, and more trustworthy than he really was. And because people were treating him so well, James started to believe that he really was all of those things. But as time went on, James began to notice that people weren't treating him as kindly as they had before. He was no longer the center of attention, and his halo was starting to fade. James realized that he had been relying too much on his good looks and charm, and that he needed to work on being a better person on the inside. He started to focus on developing his skills, being more honest with himself and others, and treating people with kindness and respect, regardless of their appearance or social status. Over time, James discovered that being a good person was much more fulfilling than just relying on his good looks. He realized that the halo effect had been a trap, and that true happiness came from being a good person on the inside, not just on the outside. And so, James learned to live without his halo, but he was happier for it.